Yo, yo, what's going on? Hold on, give me 2 seconds, guys. We got an echo going on. Yo, what's going on? Hold on, give me 2 seconds, guys. We got an echo going on. Yo, what's going on? Hold on, give me 2 seconds, guys. We got an echo going on. Yo. It's like on instant repeat. Sorry about that, guys. We got an echo going on. Yo. Oh, I'm actually talking and my mic's muted. Sorry about that. Can you guys hear me now? Audio tech, grind time. We in the building.
Hey, what's happening? What's happening? Yeah, we here. No, we can hear you now too.
Cool. So sorry about that, guys. Did have some audio issues at first. That is my apologies. I had a pretty bad echo coming from another window. I was trying to explain that to you guys, so I do apologize for that. So we are jumping into the Bitcoin Pepe AMA. I do appreciate you guys. All right, so we're saying we hear you. Great. Glad you guys are hearing the audio now. Appreciate everybody for showing up and showing out. I see we got some cool people in the building, man. We got grind time coming in, and he's already on the co-stage. But yeah, man, we got a lot of cool people in the building. We're going to be going over this Bitcoin Pepe. There's a lot of cool things that have been going around about this thing. So the advertisements have been everywhere for this token, from anywhere from CoinGecko to a lot of other places. So if you guys have not heard about this token, we will be going over it in depth, man. We'll be going over the ecosystem and a lot of the other things that we do have going on for this token. I was actually going to throw a video on here, but I have not located the window that is giving me the, never mind, actually, bam, got it. All right, so I did find a window that is giving me that little pesky echo, so that was killing me. All right, so bam, so I do want to start off with this video just to kind of ease you guys into the ecosystem, just because this is a really intriguing token right here, guys. So we're going to start off with this video right here that kind of shows you the birth of Bitcoin Pepe, man. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video, guys.
Broken.
Get in, loser. America needs you. I've been looking for you for a long time, Pepe. I need you. You're a fucking loser, but I see something in you. Potential. You have great meme power within you, fraud, and we need it to make Bitcoin the home of the meme coins. Will you accept?
Trump, give me the pump.
No! What have I done? I've killed Pepe.
Nobody can kill Pepe.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Dollar. Cheating, bling, bling, the chatter. You ain't talking money, then you're talking no matter. Cheating, bling, bling.
Pepe, you are a legend.
Dollar can a damn soul stop it. All right, man. So that was if that doesn't kind of bring you into the mood of Bitcoin Pepe, I don't know what would, man. The narrative is crazy. So we're gonna bring the people that are behind this on stage now, guys. So let's go ahead and get Nate, the winner, in the building, man. What's going on? How you feeling, man?
Hopefully, what's up? Thank you for having us
back here also, man. Hopefully you guys are all good. How are you guys feeling today?
I'm feeling great. Happy to be here. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good, man. Cannot complain, man. So
Thank you for having us, Cuffin. We really appreciate you having us on today to discuss Bitcoin Pepe. We're really excited to get the word out on the project to everyone and everyone that's viewing in. And also feel free while we are going through everything in the presentation and showing everyone what Bitcoin Pepe is about, for everyone to drop any comments or questions, stuff like that. We'll try to get around to as many as we can as we're going through the primary info. But as you all saw, you saw the trailer. Thanks for playing that, Cuffin. We love that trailer. We're planning on coming out with some more. So hopefully we can have some more that we share with you guys soon.
Yeah, definitely. So, just to dive straight into it, I think that you guys have an intriguing setup. Like, this is not like most setups that I've seen, as far as like people kind of launching a meme like narrative inside of this space. There's a lot more packed into this one. So just to start off, can you guys give me like a 1 to 2 minute shield, nothing like super long, because we're going to dive into the rest of the ecosystem, but just to explain what exactly Bitcoin Pepe is to anybody new that's just coming in right now.
Yeah. So again, thank you for having us. I guess I'll jump in and tackle this. So our team is seeking to build Solana on Bitcoin. So what that means is we're actually building a layer 2 that will allow people to launch memes on Bitcoin. So you have the power of memes, the power of Pepe in our specific case, combined with the security of Bitcoin. And so we're the first team to actually combine those two aspects of the crypto world, and we bring to you Bitcoin Pepe here today. So that's us in a quick 1 minute chill, but we have a strong community behind us, a lot of utility, more than just your typical meme coin. And as you mentioned, we are pretty much everywhere. So our marketing team is working hard to get the word out. And right now we're at stage 6 in our pre-sale. Some people have already mentioned that in the chat. And so happy to be here with you and connect and hopefully provide any information that an educated investor might need.
Awesome. Love to hear that. So with that, I would like to dive straight into you guys, pretty much the team. How many core members do you guys have on the team currently right now?
Yeah, so go ahead, Colin.
Yeah, no, I was going to say we have a lot. We have right now we're building out currently our team for our cryptographers, our developers, to actually develop the layer 2. That's the primary kind of phase right now. I'm bringing on new team members. As far as our core members, we do have teams across the world in UK, Dubai, Saudi Arabia, Japan, US. Nate and myself are based in US. Do we have a total number, Nate, of the amount of people we have? We have a lot of people on the team. I don't know if we have an exact number, but
yeah, I'm not sure of the total number. I would say it's close to 10. But right now, if you go look at our website on the Meet the Team portion, Colin and I are both doxed. And then we also have our team of moderators that are available to speak with you 24/7. And then, as Colin mentioned, we have a team of developers behind the scenes, and we also have our marketing wing behind the scenes as well.
Definitely. Okay. So I figured, just from me doing my research and looking through the project, that you guys would have a larger team to facilitate what you guys are trying to create. So I figured an answer like that may come into play. So just briefly, just because I know you have a larger team, the main people who are in play as far as like the movement of this project, what are the backgrounds of those people that have the main involvement?
Sure. Well, I can share a little bit about myself. So I'm Nate. I'm the head of community. I've been in the space for about 7 to 8 years now. Jumped in the space via Dogecoin, but of course tried to learn a little bit more about crypto, smart contracts, Bitcoin once I found that passion in the space. And from there, I've been able to work with some really cool projects in the space like Wild XYZ, Sphinx Labs, Palm NFT Studio, you name it, a handful of other projects. And so really happy to be here with Bitcoin Pepe, where we're kind of paving the way for memes on Bitcoin. And then I'll let Colin give a brief intro of himself as well.
Okay.
Thanks, Nate. I appreciate that. Yeah, so my kind of first intro into cryptos in this space is actually really when I started getting into it was when my roommate, I think I've told you this story before, Nate. My roommate had 7 Bitcoin back in, I think it was 2016, 2017. And that was kind of during, kind of those first initial booms. And that's kind of when I realized, I was like, whoa, Bitcoin's at, 15,000. So instantly off that bat, I was hooked on everything with decentralized currencies and everything like that, and decentralized exchanges, and just diving into everything with that. But that being said, I have a background in tech, marketing, things of that nature, and now it's kind of more evolved into the crypto space, which is now, we're really working hard on the Bitcoin Pepe project. So it's been kind of a whirlwind, definitely the past, 10 years of kind of shifting into this industry. And it's honestly probably the most exciting industry that I am very passionate about. I think you guys are the same way.
For sure.
But yeah, our team is amazing. Honestly, I know Nate and I kind of give it just like a brief overview, but we have such an amazing team in the background, and you can see that across our marketing realms. You can see that across our animations, our trailer, the way that we have built our website. We'll definitely show the viewers today the website. We can go through the white paper, all that information, all of our staking information, the different stages, our sellout process, and some of the utility that we're actually bringing to memes. Like Nate said before, kind of in a nutshell, is we're actually bringing legitimate utility to memes. And going back to, I think something we were just talking about prior, like why did we decide to kind of launch on the Bitcoin Pepe name instead of creating something of our own, like something brand new, is because we're taking the power of Pepe, right? We understand the power of memes. And essentially what we're doing is we're combining that with the security, stability of Bitcoin, right? So we're bringing legitimate utility to the meme world, right? Or the meme ecosystem, which most meme coins or tokens just really don't have any utility at all, right? So we can kind of go through the utility on different things like that. I know that was an extended answer on the background, but I'm really excited to kind of dive into everything.
No. You're good. You're good. You know what I mean? So, with that, I think we could just roll straight into what was your overall goal for creating this project? Like, where were you guys headed with it? What are you guys looking for in the long term here?
Yeah, so, well, I do want to say that Colin and I, while we're not the creators, we are sort of the faces of the team per se. I'm the community lead and he's the tech advisor. But the mission behind creating this project was to usher in, as Colin mentioned, memes onto Bitcoin. And so something that we'll talk about a little bit later is the PEP 20 standard. You've seen ERC20, you've seen how Solana has enabled tokens to launch very quickly. And so what we're planning on doing and what the goal is to, as Colin said, bring that meme energy. So we got the Pepe and combine that with Bitcoin, which is where you get the golden Pepe. And so the idea is to have fun, to build community around these positive vibes, but to provide utility that will last for years to come. When you talk about what Solana's been able to do, we've seen the growth over time and how so many thousands of projects are launching on a daily basis on Solana. And so we're hoping that, and we're working and building with the goal in mind that we'll be able to make Bitcoin the new home for meme coins, but also the new home for projects that aim to, build long-term in the space. And so that's where the PEP 20 layer 2 standard comes into play.
I couldn't put it any better. Yep, Nate, you hit the nail on the head.
Okay. So with that, I think this is a good time to kind of roll into the ecosystem and kind of what you guys are bringing to the table. So how do the components that you guys are bringing to the table kind of tie into the project and complement the project? And let's go over those components.
Sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Colin, did you want to take that one away? Feel free to ask more questions if that was,
Yeah, I'm just a little curious. What components specifically are you talking about of the project?
So like as far as like your utilities per se. So I know that you guys have your layer 2 that you guys are launching. You guys also have staking. You guys have the bridge that you guys are bringing to the table. So if you guys want to just kind of go over how those things, if those things do tie into your community and or the token, does revenue funnel back into the token? Does token revenue funnel into part of these utilities? So just an explanation of how that kind of forms.
Yeah, I think that's maybe something that we can put on our question book, Nate, to kind of get those specific answers. I don't know if we have that right now in terms of this capacity, unless you want to answer that, Nate.
Well, I think if you pull up our white paper, there's a portion called tokenomics that might be beneficial, to speak about right now, that can at least give paint a picture of, how the tokenomics and everything work together. and then of course we can dive into staking and things of that nature. But the goal is to have this ecosystem that basically works together. So you'll be able to, right now you can actually join our pre-sale with a variety of different tokens. And so in the same way, we hope to allow people to use a variety of different tokens on the DEX and in our ecosystem in general. But more information will come out about that, as plans progress. And, when it comes to marketing, kind of releasing information step by step is also good for building excitement and things of that nature. But as you see, we do have our allocations available. And so you see our pre-sale 50%, staking and rewards 15%, liquidity 10%. We have a development portion for 10%, marketing 10%, and our treasury for rainy days at 5%. And so that is, our tokenomics in a nutshell. And our total supply, as you see, is listed above. And if you click our staking portion, if you want to do that, Cuffin, and hopefully I'm not jumping ahead, but I'll let Colin, kind of explain or just give you this brief picture of our staking. With the caveat that more information will come out on our staking portion as well. And just so you guys know, this staking portion was actually just released last week. And so our community is really hype about it, really excited about it. And our team is definitely going to provide more information as things develop in the next coming days even. But you can go ahead and take it away, Colin.
Yeah, definitely. Also, for everyone that's listening to right now, all of our information, all of our links, all of our Twitter, our Telegram links, the white paper, our staking information, the different stages, the tokenomics, our team, everything is on the website, bitcoinpepe.xyz. We'll actually be able to go to the website too as well. Maybe that'll be a good time to kind of go through the website if you want to.
For sure.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we can present that real quick and we can kind of show everyone what we're looking at. We have a lot of fun going on. You know what I mean? Everyone that tuned in to the beginning of this, I'm sure you saw the trailer. We have a lot of stuff that we're doing that is like fun outside of just bringing utility to memes. But our website is really cool. So if you haven't visited it yet, go ahead and visit bitcoinpepe.xyz. We'll show you guys a little bit of a preview of the website, and then you can deep dive into all the information. There is a lot to take in. Like I said, definitely the website has, like I said, all the main white paper, the staking information, all the tokenomics, the team stuff. You click those links. If you deep dive into it, you're going to get a really good idea on what the project is. We also have weekly updates, daily updates, posts on Twitter, and join our Telegram for any questions that you have to the moderators or myself and Nate. And we can hopefully answer any questions that you guys have in there live as well, or make that into our log for our internal AMA sessions and other sessions like we're doing here with Cuff and the Dip.
Yeah, and just to jump in real quick, definitely the number one reason we joined this AMA with Cuff and the Dip is that he aims to provide information so that investors can make educated decisions on whether they want to invest in a project or not. And so we really love that. And the number one thing every educated investor should do is research. And so please do, as Colin said, look into our white paper, look into our socials, and even the PR and things we've been able to put out there. And that will give you a real clear picture of what we're doing. But I think we may have lost Cuffin.
It's okay. We can hold it out. We can hold this down while he comes back. But yeah, exactly what Nate said. So like you said.
Yeah, sorry about that. I literally had a situation where my audio was going bonkers for a second right there. I don't know if it was just a power surge. They said they love. I'm glad you guys love me.
We love
Came
Cuff,
back at
man.
a good time. But
Don't
I'm
worry.
truly sorry about that. The audio actually cut out for you guys actually during the explanation. So literally it was silent for like 2 minutes. So they actually missed that explanation. So if you guys don't mind, I truly apologize. I don't know if I backed into a cord, but it like shorted my my mixer out. Sorry about that, guys.
What part did we cut off of? What explanation was it?
Like literally, as soon as you kind of began your spiel to explain, you were going over the tokenomics. That's when my screen started to get that error. Sorry about that. So let me pull that back up for you guys.
No problem at all. I think the gist of what we were mentioning as far as the tokenomics is that we have different allocations that you can see in our white paper. And we were also mentioning that the number one reason that we wanted to have this AMA with Cuff and the Dip is that he provides information so that investors can make educated decisions on whether they want to join a project's community or not. And every educated investor, the number one thing they should do is their research. And so definitely encourage everyone here to check out our white paper, to jump through our website, and pretty much the majority of the questions, even the things we're going over right now, you'll be able to find that in the white paper. And so right now the allocations in our tokenomics are that for pre-sale, we've allocated 50%, staking and rewards, 15%. Our liquidity, we have 10% allocated, development, another 10%, same with marketing, 10%, and our treasury for rainy days, we're at 5%. So that pretty much gives you a picture of our tokenomics, and you can see up top our total supply. And then if you click the staking tab, we can just go over that real quick. As far as the staking goes, we actually just released this staking portion last week for our community. They're really excited about it, and more information will be coming in coming days. We have weekly AMAs for our community, so that'll be tomorrow if some of you want to join and get more information. But right now we have 3 different pools. We have a long pool of 180 days with a yearly API of 10,000%. Middle pool, 120 days at 250%. And our short pool, 90 days at 75% API. And so how all of that works, how that all ties in, and how those numbers will kind of evolve over time, we'll get you more of that information as days come. But really just want to emphasize checking out our white paper, looking at these different portions, and jumping in the community. Our mods will also be able to answer questions in real time on a 24/7 basis, which is really cool. But I'll hand it over to Colin. I believe he was mentioning some different things as well.
Yeah, just building off what Nate said, for sure. Anyone that is, potentially interested in investing into Bitcoin Pepe pre-sale or picking up some BPEP, definitely do your research. Like Nate said, dive through our website. There's a ton of information on there with all the staking, all of our team, everything. If you scroll up to the main top page, if you can see there, we have all the staking tabs. We have our X link there. We have our Telegram. You can obviously connect your wallet and purchase the pre-sale with BPEP there. But I definitely recommend taking a deep dive into the website. We have all of our press uploaded to there. Like I said, our team, our tokenomics, a little bit more about the projects, our different stages of it, our white paper. Just take a deep dive through it before you pull the trigger on this, right? Because you want to get as much information on this project, which is bringing legitimate utility to memes, which is what separates Bitcoin Pepe from pretty much everyone else out there, right? You could just see from our website just how much time our team puts into not only the PR, if you look across our marketing side with all of our animations, our videos, our content, our weekly updates, our internal AMAs, our moderators are working around the clock 24/7. Any questions that you guys have that aren't on the website or not in the white paper, or something that you don't see across the different PR publishments across the internet, throw those in the Telegram. Ask them on X. Throw a comment in there. We have 24/7. Nate and I as well. We're in the Telegram too. So any questions you have directly for us, tag us. If you have any questions for the moderators, tag them. Any questions that maybe the moderators, for some reason, which I think they have a 100% hit rate on getting back to you guys almost, pretty quick. Even other people in the community can help answer some of those questions as well. But as you can see, we already have 4.63 in funding. We are currently in stage 6 of 30. We do have 30 total stages in the pre-sale. Each of those stages going at 5%, and you can see that in the website as well and on the white paper. That being said, we are moving pretty quick. Nate, this is probably one of the faster moving weeks in the past week. What would you say compared to our last internal AMA where we were moving from stage 5 to stage 6? We made up a lot of ground in the last week. But real quick, like I said, everyone, just dive through the website, dive through the white paper. You could probably get through a majority of the core information and maybe about 30 minutes or so of reading. And you'll get a really good idea of what we're really going for. But ultimately, what I would recommend is definitely follow us on Twitter, join our Telegram, ask questions in there, join our internal AMAs as well, so that you can ask live questions and get any information that you need to make a strong decision on your investment and how much you're looking to kind of jump into this. But that being said, there are other spam people or spam projects trying to copy Bitcoin Pepe. There are other spam people that may message you. None of our moderators, no one from our team will ever message you first. I just want to make sure that that is out there for everyone's security tuning into this. No one will ever message you first from the legitimate official Bitcoin Pepe page or any of our moderators or Nate or I ourselves. So we'll kind of stop that on that. I know we try to mention that every AMA just to be very vigilant in the space. So just make sure no one's, messaging you from a fake Bitcoin Pepe page saying, hey, buy our presale here or something. Make sure it's a legitimate website if you do decide to jump into the presale, which is bitcoinpepe.xyz. You can find us across Twitter, join the Telegram. You'll have all the information there.
Most definitely. All right. So with that, so we've dove into the fact that you guys are doing your own layer 2 there. That's where your token is going to be launching at once the pre-sale actually concludes. So I saw some people kind of asking, when does the pre-sale concludes? I believe once you guys actually get through that 30th phase of your pre-sale, that's when the pre-sale will conclude there, for those that were asking that question in the chat.
Exactly.
You guys are also essentially creating a pump fund for Bitcoin, pretty much. You know what I mean? So that itself is interesting and going to be truly controversial, I feel like, because there's a lot of volume that goes through Bitcoin. There's a lot of volume that goes through pump fund. So I can imagine that a lot of volume could possibly transfer into that also. But I think one of my biggest questions for that is that one of the more known facts about Bitcoin maxis is they're not the biggest fans of meme coins. Is your goal to come over with a meme coin essentially with enough value, enough utility behind it to where that kind of essentially sways those maxis that were kind of leaning away from the meme coin scene? Or what's your angle there?
Hey, I think that's
exactly.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I mean, like, for example, like with normal Pepe token or even Doge, for example, right? There's obviously people that want to store their value in there, right? But there's not any real like legitimate utility, right? Like what are you actually like buying into, especially with so many different projects coming up, whether it's a Trump coin or whatever, it could be any coin. There's not any like legitimate utility in it, right? And so that's really what we're trying to do, is really bridge the gap in between the power of memes, which we have with Pepe, right? We understand that there's so many eyeballs on the Pepe name, on the Pepe project. We understand that there is something there with memes, right? Like there is something there. It's not just a complete dud. There's not zero utility, but it does attract eyeballs. And so we understand that, especially in this space, that the development, the actual utility portion of any crypto project is insanely important, but also so is the marketing, right? So is it to get people into the project. So is it to get people involved and, ask questions like what we're doing right now in the AMA, but yeah, in a nutshell, like Nate said before, we are looking to build Solana and Bitcoin, and maybe Nate can kind of touch on, a little bit more on this project.
Yeah, I think that was a good response. And to just quickly say, you mentioned the Bitcoin maxi. So there's that portion. There's that portion of people that we want to, draw into our project, and we think they'll be most excited, as Colin mentioned. We think they'll be most excited about the utility. This isn't just a meme coin. This is a layer that will basically open new doors for Bitcoin. And those new doors that we're also aiming to open are bringing in that Web 2 audience. And so that's where the memes come into play. The Web 2 audience, people that really aren't into crypto, they might not be wanting to buy a Solana. They might not be wanting to buy a Doge or, your typical pump fund coins. They're hearing Bitcoin. They're hearing Bitcoin reserves. They're hearing things of that nature. And so when they're looking at Bitcoin, we're also going to be there to provide them a really easy way to ingest, Bitcoin, and that's through memes, and that's through fun. And so, you have your maxis who are a little bit more serious. Of course, there's all different types of people that love Bitcoin, but we also want to, provide, I guess, that more easily ingestible pill. We call it the BPEP pill, the golden pill for people, that are in Web 2 to be able to swallow that pretty easily. So hopefully that answers your question.
And also real quick too, with the pump fund on Bitcoin, is we really want to take pump fund and really make it something better, right? We want to install like anti-rug pull measurements, things of that nature that actually makes things worthwhile, right? Everyone knows that there's rug pulls on pump fund, right? So definitely want to try to incorporate into the platform that we plan on coming out with, is that we will want to instill those anti-rug pull measurements as much as we possibly can, right? So that's something that we're really looking to do and kind of change the game in that aspect.
For sure.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. And that was something that I actually was thinking to myself. I don't know why Pump Fund didn't put some type of measures in place to where people don't get rugged as much. I understand that they love the fact that the volume is going through their platform. They're making money on fees and stuff like that, and their team's eating from all of that. And I understand that, but at the same time, securing and making the space safer, keeping more money inside of this space and inside of investors' pockets will make more people invest into your platform. So that's definitely a great way for you guys to go to kind of protect the investors as far as utilizing this platform, especially with it being new to the space, because everything's wild and crazy at first, and there's a lot of chaos when you first launch something new. That's kind of one of the bigger things is going to be in this space, because if you guys are able to complete this in the manner in which you guys are stating, this is definitely be something larger, especially like I said, if you can sway those maxis into looking into this and understanding that there's value there, and it's not just the hype or the brief marketing that gets put behind it. It runs to $1 billion market cap and then it fizzles back down to a couple hundred million and then rugs pretty much. So definitely appreciate that. So with that, I want to dive into like token supply and token management. You guys are doing a pre-sale currently right now. It has 30 phases, and I think one of my first questions would be what was the game plan behind making the pre-sale 30 phases and introducing these small amounts of supply each time? I do think I understand the purpose of the price increases each time, you know what I mean, to kind of drive the demand and such, but I want you guys to kind of explain it in your own words and kind of get us to that same understanding.
Yeah, I guess I can kind of start off with this. I mean, hype at the end of the day. I mean, we have no doubt that we're going to sell out all 30 stages here very soon. That just shows how confident our marketing team is, our entire internal team, Nate, myself, everyone else on the project, is that we don't have a set time limit. Like we said on these stages, we're very confident that we're going to sell out all 30 of these stages in a reasonable time. Like we said in the last week, we've seen a huge increase, right? And people come in, as you can see, we're almost at 4.64 funding so far on, we're about to exit to stage 7. So we're on track for basically what we're looking to do. But Nate, maybe if you want to touch on that as well.
Yeah, I think one of the ideas behind it that I also like is that we're able to reward the people that believe early, because each stage you have that 5% increase. And so we already have people in our community that have been here since stage 1 that are getting really excited about, watching people continue to buy and join in on the project, even at stage 6. And so one of the ideas behind it is to reward the community while, like you said, propelling that growth for the project through, creating hype, excitement. And then, of course, the word's going to continue to spread as we continue to blow through these stages.
Basically bigger gains for the earlier adopters, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so you get in earlier, you get the better pricing on that, which also will get you more supply, of course.
I couldn't even get it on the first stage in time, and I was awake until the morning. I mean, I couldn't even jump. I only got it on the second stage. Unfortunately, I couldn't even get it on the first one. That's how quick it sold out. But yeah.
Yeah, so I saw on previous AMA that you guys did. I don't know if it was your last one that you guys did, but it seems like you said something similar to you guys were going through phases like every week almost or something like that. So is that the timeline that you guys are gauging, that you guys are taking about a week per phase to kind of get through these?
I mean, at this point, I mean, it could go a lot quicker. I mean, some weeks are pretty quick. Like this last week is moving pretty fast, I would say. Nate, what do you think? Like already tomorrow, we're going to be jumping another phase. It's been about a phase per week, but I would assume that probably picks up once we start to get a little bit more steam rolling. But what do you think, Nate?
Yeah, I'd say I don't really like to speculate on the timeline just because, that's something that we can't control. But one thing our team is doing is we're doing our part as far as the marketing. We've been in Bitcoin.com, we've been in Cointelegraph, and we've been in different publications for crypto across the globe. And so we're doing our part to make sure that we spread the word, as well as, doing AMA collabs like this. So like Colin said, we're hoping to blow through these numbers pretty quickly. One of the things, like you mentioned, our AMA, we like to, make predictions and things on the AMA with our community. They like that. But, at the end of the day, we're just hoping to push through these as soon as possible and build a strong organic community around it. So that, like you said, when the pre-sale is over, we have people that truly believe in the project. And so we're not leaving our investors high and dry. And so the goal is to kind of build organically, but to do as quickly as possible.
Also, real quick, Cuffin, if you scroll all the way to the bottom for everyone that wants to take a look, we have all of our internal weekly team AMAs up on the website as well across our socials. So if you want to go back and take a look at some other like past a couple of weeks or maybe some info and updates and stuff like that, you can see how much progress we've made, how much fun we have on our AMAs, stuff like that. There's so much information for everyone really to take a look at across the website. Like I said, the socials, Telegram, all of our internal AMA sessions, our external AMA sessions. Like, we're very transparent on this project, and we're trying to get everyone as much information as we can, because we are on something cutting edge with PEP 20. You know what I mean? Like, we are trying to revolutionize, getting into this, the Bitcoin pool, right? Which is the largest pool of assets, across the crypto world. So, but yeah, there's so much stuff. Like we said, all of our past AMAs, like, feel free to like dive through our past ones as well and kind of see how we've evolved across this project.
Okay. All right. So with that, man, like, we've definitely gone through a lot. I think that my next question would be just to get to wrapping things up. So there's 30 phases of the pre-sale. Exactly, with that being done, how much funding is actually created with all 30 phases?
I'm not sure about that one, actually. That's maybe Colin has that answer, or that's something we can.
If you guys don't have it on hand, it's okay. I don't want to.
That's a
I
good
believe
question.
I believe it comes out to 30 million. If I'm correct, that's our target raise goal. But we need to put that question in the log just to double check. But I believe that's what it comes out to.
Okay.
Oh yeah. It says target minimum 21 million on the white paper. Sorry, I didn't have that for you guys.
21.
Right
Okay. Awesome.
But yeah, minimum
no, you're
21
good.
million.
Yeah, just wanted to ask that to get a perspective to everybody of what's been kind of built. And
Thank you.
So
We appreciate it.
So you guys are building up $30 million in funding. Are the pre-sale tokens vested?
So right now, the tokens, when you purchase the tokens, they show up essentially as a credit for you. And once pre-sale is over, you'll actually be able to get access to those tokens. So I believe that means they're vested, if that answers
and
the
if
question.
you go
I'm not really the technical guy.
No.
Well, by vested, just to expand on the question, by vested, like there's some type of vesting schedule to it. Like, let's just say like 10% gets unlocked within the first week, and then like next month we'll get another 15%.
If you go up one slide, you can take a look at the actual claiming process, and we'll have more information. It's one more up. Yeah, right here. So we'll actually have all the information. So as soon as the pre-sale ends, you're actually able to go ahead and claim your BPEP. That's, once the EVM compatible layer 2 solution actually launches, you'll be able to go ahead and actually claim your BPEP. And there will be more information up there on the actual claiming process. And the reason for that, right, is you can actually claim your tokens after the pre-sale ends. And obviously that's to avoid rug pulls and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll get more information for you guys as well on that. But I'll say that's a really good question. And so, maybe if you guys have time to join our next AMA, we'll cover things like that. And if not, we'll be able to address some of those questions in our TG. But I appreciate you for bringing that to the forefront. And hopefully we'll get some more clarity on that for you guys as well.
Okay, yeah. Just because most larger investors look at pre-sales as an opportunity and also somewhat as a hindrance, depending on how it's structured. Sometimes you have vesting schedules, like I said, percentages are released over stages of time that prevents that selling pressure on the chart. Because when you're building up a large sum of money and there is no vesting period, you know what I mean? You're essentially sometimes you're entering the wild west, depending on how much the community actually values the token. Just going off of the Web3 space and what people are used to. So we want to kind of combat that narrative by having game plans and stuff like that, as far as like supply control and stuff like that. That also gives them confidence to invest a little bit more. Because I was actually going to ask also, you guys do weekly giveaways, So I'm pretty sure out of the pre-sale amount, there's probably like a section off amount that's specifically probably for like selling pressure and to combat the fact that there's pre-sellers that get in early. Once the price raises, of course, there's going to be people to take profits, and also people who retain giveaways. Of course, some will liquidate, some will hold. You know what I mean? So you guys do have a plan for supply control in that manner, right?
I would say that there's with everything that we do, it's been it's been very planned out. But we'll be able to get you more of that information in the forefront as we get a little bit closer, in the next coming days. And as we continue to, get closer to the completions of our pre-sale, I do understand that this is information that the investors would need to help us to blow through that pre-sale. But right now, I don't think Colin and I have that information to share. But we'll definitely put that every week. We collect questions and we meet with our team and try to figure out how to get those answers to you guys in a timely manner. So that's what we'll do in this case as well.
Yeah, one of the easiest ways too is if any potential investors in the pre-sale have any direct questions, the easiest way is honestly to ask us through the Telegram. That's going to be the fastest way that we can get to you live.
100%.
Obviously, these AMAs are great. We're looking through some of these other questions, and hopefully we could take some of these questions in the comments here. But definitely hopping into the Telegram or even on X and just throwing in a comment or even something in Telegram, you'll get like a direct answer, in a fairly short amount of time. So that's what I would definitely recommend to you for any other specific questions that anyone here is tuning into that they want to ask.
Okay. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, you guys can start dropping those in the chat. We're about to start wrapping up here, and I do want to make sure that you guys have an opportunity to ask some questions. I do have one more important question to ask you guys, and then I will be done. I don't know. I asked you guys if you guys are familiar with my AMAs, just because a lot of people call my AMAs the barbecue grill. I do get in depth with asking questions, and I want the investor to understand this token, understand the ecosystem, understand the values that the team have, and what your goals are for the future, and that you guys have a future. So that's why I go for the information that I go for, guys. So my last question is, how do you guys plan to sustain this business model long term? By that I mean like potential revenue sources that you guys are putting back into it, or is it mainly going to be funding from the pre-sale and you guys are going to be maneuvering that into revenue sources? How do you guys plan to sustain this long term?
So that's a good question. We'll have, again, more answers as time progresses. I appreciate the barbecue grill, and we're happy to answer as many questions as you have. Hopefully, there's some seasoning on the grill, because definitely like my meat to be seasoned. No, I'm just kidding. But as far as that goes, to answer your question, one of the things that any layer 2 has are fees. And so that's one aspect of how, our project will have sustainable, sustainable financing going forward. And that's kind of, when you mentioned it already with Pump Fund and things of that nature, a Solana, that's how they're sustaining their growth. But we will have more developments as time progresses, and also more concrete details on what that will look like as time progresses as well. But I definitely appreciate that question, and I'm not sure if Colin has anything else, but to my knowledge, that's pretty much the information that we're able to share at this time on that subject.
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully we can get some more, answers on the sustainability portion with different fees that we have built into the DEX platform and things of that nature. But I do have one question that I see. How about the marketing? If you guys do want to take a look at some of our marketing, we do weekly updates as well on Twitter threads or X threads. So you can take a look. For example, we'll have links to all the KOLs and different Twitter partners and influencers that we have shouting us out and things of that nature. So you can take a look through all those links. We also post all of our links to all the PR that we have published on all the big sites. So you can take a look at those. Even if you just search Bitcoin Pepe on any of your search engine, you'll see a ton of great, amazing information that pops up. That maybe there's some more information about the project that maybe might not be specifically on the website or specifically on the white paper. You can get a better idea of what's across those different PR publishments. But yeah, if you take a look at our Twitter, you get pretty good idea on our weekly updates on things like our KOLs and different PR that we have going out. And our AMA updates and things of that nature. So our marketing team works around the clock. And also, if you just take a look at like our trailer and stuff, we're planning on launching those hopefully for every stage, which is going to be fun. So we're almost thinking about creating like a almost like a story short film type of cinematic sequence between the process of Bitcoin Pepe going from, normal Pepe to getting the pump Trump, and, kind of growing into that golden Pepe. So honestly, our marketing team is amazing. Like we work around the clock. It's awesome. And we have some really big plans. Like we asked a couple of people on our last AMA as well, like, would you like a film, almost like a featured film, at the end of the stage 30 sale, things of that nature. It's just fun, kind of like what we're doing.
Well, really quick, I don't want to interrupt you. I will let you continue, but I do want to inform people just so we can keep the time to a minimum also, so it is easy to digest this AMA. It's a lot of good information on here. If you guys are on Twitter and are following me, there is a giveaway posted up there. 2 people will get 5,000 BPEP. If you guys are hearing this bullish on this token, that is a big thing, especially super early. Token hasn't launched yet. Sounds like it has a bunch of potential. So I think that this is definitely something that you guys may want to be looking into. So if you have not followed the instructions on this tweet, I'll give you guys a couple minutes while we're answering some of these questions to the side, and then we'll pull our 2 winners and wrap it up. But go ahead, Colin. I just wanted to make sure that they understood. I'll put that up.
No worries at all. I'm really loving this AMA session. And once again, I appreciate you for bringing us into the barbecue grill. That's awesome. I definitely would like to run this back at some point, but I'm glad everyone is seeing, we're seeing a couple more questions in here. I guess Wang's Eye, what's Colin's next prediction? I know everyone likes predictions on our AMAs. I'm going to make it a 1-day prediction. I think tomorrow we hit our next stage. So if you're tuning into this AMA, definitely tune into our internal AMA and hopefully we can hit that next stage live. But if you guys have any other questions that you see in the comments, I think that we can maybe start to wrap this up or answer the last couple more.
Most definitely. I did see another one besides this one. Let me see.
One real quick, a big one that everyone is asking for is merchandise, like clothing and hoodies and hats and stuff like that. We're definitely working on something behind the scenes. I can't say too much, but that is a big question that we get. People want the merch.
Hey, I got a question for you guys. I appreciate you all coming through, by the way. But what's the most undervalued aspect of your project that you think people like mostly overlook?
PEP 20 standard. It's gonna hopefully it's gonna be the competitor to the ERC 20, right? I mean, Nate, do you want to touch on that?
Yeah, I think you hit it on the head. If we're competing with ERC20, if we're creating Solana on Bitcoin, I mean, that's really all you need to say. And Cup and the Dip mentioned it. Like, if we can come through and if our team can build what we're saying we're going to build, which is what we're very that's 100% the goal and that's 100% the mission. We're going to change the space and we're going to change Bitcoin forever. And so, yeah, I think that's pretty much the gist of it. And that's not only the focal point, but I also think it's slept on because, when the world hears about it, it's going to be undeniable, the value that we're going to be bringing to Bitcoin and to the space in general.
Okay. And I don't know if you guys touched on this one that was on the screen or not. Did we hit this one just yet?
Okay. Other than Pump Fund, what other initiatives? So we have staking as well, TDE. That's a great question. We're also planning on launching an NFT marketplace down the line. And so a lot of that will be powered, if not all of it, will be powered via BPEP. And so that's going to also incentivize people to hold because there will be value added as more people use those platforms and more people leverage the tools that we have. And then also, the staking portion, as well as, some other exciting things that we might have in store, like merch and things of that nature. But those ideas will be, and those progressions will be shared down the line. But yeah, I think that should answer your question, hopefully.
Yeah, and also I think Grind Time asked what was like a underrated part of our project. Like I said, definitely like the PEP 20, or I guess like that's be like a misunderstood one, but I guess like an rated one, I guess, would be our marketing as well. Like if you take a look at so many other projects, like our marketing is really on point. We're really looking to ramp that up here over the next several stages as well, which is super exciting. Obviously, it's a huge, important part, just as much as the utility side of the project. You obviously need to get the word out there as well and what we're building. And that's exactly what we're looking to do. And if you take a look across our socials, if you take a look across our website, you'll see that we're very well polished and that we really have something good going. So I think that would probably be the other kind of portion to that answer.
Yeah, and I mean, doxed AMAs as well on a weekly basis. Pretty cool, if I do say so myself. So, you know, our community is also very underrated. Love all you guys. Thank you so much for joining.
Definitely, man. This has been packed full of information, man. Hopefully everybody was able to tune in. If you were not, hopefully you rewind and do watch this, because definitely a lot to digest inside of this. Guys, we told you guys that we were going to run that giveaway in the background. We had Grind Time being clutch and running the giveaway in the background. So we do have our winners that we're going to go ahead and show up here. Bam. So we got our 2 winners of BPEP. Congratulations to you guys. Hey. Appreciate you guys for showing up and showing out, man, and showing some love, man. So this has been, like I said, this has been a great AMA, guys. If you guys need to rewind, go through it, a lot of information to digest. I definitely will be looking out for this one, man. Hopefully we can get you guys back on the channel again. I appreciate you guys for coming out. This has been a great one.
For sure. Thank you so much for having us, Cuffing the Dip. Wish you all the successes in the world. I really appreciate your platform. And thank you to your community for having us as well. And looking forward to speaking more in the future.
Yeah. And,
likewise.
Yeah, guys, we got over 200 people in the building, guys. So definitely hit that like button, retweet, get this out to more people. I know more people usually do watch because, you know, people are at work or just busy sometimes, but we get a lot more views when it turns up also, which is great. So tune into their socials, man. You got to get in tune with that, man. Bitcoin Pepe. It's right here for you guys, man. I will have some social links in the description for you guys also. Other than that, you guys enjoy the rest of your night, and we are out of here. Have a good one.